Alright, so we're going to do another video for the SkyTree. Now this is going to be a just regular tree. So we're going to start the same. I'm going to put down a complementary color background, okay? And then I'm going to add a new layer. Now we're going to start off with the tree, so I can go right to brown, and I do like that dry oil brush. We'll see what size this is. Make sure you're on a different layer. I'm going to go on the right side this time. Okay, actually, let's go back. Let's kind of lightly illustrate where we want everything, different layer. Okay, I'm going to put my moon right there. My tree is going to kind of go up in that area. It'll probably take up kind of some space there and go about like that. So that just gives me a rough idea of where I want to go. I'm going to drop the opacity on that one, make a new layer. Now I'm going to go to my dry oil brush, go with brown, I'm going to drop it down. I'm going to make this one, let's go with a lighter brown, kind of brighter, and then I'll add my darker layers in. So now these kind of tree branches can be a little difficult to kind of make look okay, but you just kind of have to not overthink it and just kind of go with what you feel. More random, the better. Okay, and I'm going to go bigger brush so I can fill in some of this stuff. Now I'm picking a lighter one first, because then I'm going to add kind of some darker shades to it in a minute. So new layer, going here, I'm going to drop that brush down. Now I can go darker, adding it in on top, kind of go around, add more to it, kind of thinking of that lighter color as kind of the highlight, and we'll probably add more layers in. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a darker brown, pretty dark. I can get in here. I'm going to drop the size of this a bit more. It's going to be more of my detailing. This branch is back there, so I'm going to apply more of that black to it. It's really dark brown. Gotta remember, this is at night, so having a lot of darkness, dark lines is perfectly okay. Alright, getting pretty close to what I want for this tree. Again, I'm rushing this a little. Okay, I'm going to leave that there for now. Let's get rid of that white layer. Okay, and now what we're going to do is add another layer, put that over that. So let's get this brush, go with a blue, pretty dark, because it's the night sky, but we're going to make it a little more pale, so we're going to move towards the gray. And we want a pretty big brush, because we're going to do this right on top. Alright, so we're on there. It's looking alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the opacity on this, just to kind of use that orange to kind of gray the layer. Now let's take a look at our tree. think we could maybe go with some black tone now. So let's go with black. Okay, drop that down quite a bit. Add a new layer, move that up. Gotta also think about where the moon is gonna be. So I'm only adding black to like the right side of some of these branches, because the moon would be shining on the left. There we go. Alright, I'm okay with that. Now let's throw in the moon. Be a nice thing to have right now. So I'm gonna go with a pretty pale blue, way up there, pretty close to being white. Okay, new layer. Can use my ellipsis tool, why not? So I have that kind of nice pale blue under there, so what I'm going to do is add another layer. This one, then I'm going to just drop it down a bit more. And this will be where the craters go. Okay, and then I'm just going to drop the opacity on that one just a little bit. I think you're going to add one more layer. Okay, that looks good. I like that. Alright, now we're going to do the sky. Okay, what I'm going to do before I do that is I'm going to merge these down so they're all linked to the moon. I don't have to worry about where that's at. Alright, so I'm going to put the sky in. These ones, I'm going to do a few below the tree. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get this color. I'm going to pick that one. Let's go pretty dark blue for this first one. Let's jump the brush size up. Okay, so I'm going to kind of swirl around the moon as a vortex. Just like that. And I'm going to add another layer. Let's go even darker. Let's adjust the brush size. I'm just kind of randomly playing with it, so it's just like kind of however you want to do it. Okay, I'm going to add another one in. Let's go with kind of a more pale color. Okay. Like where we're going, seems okay. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, I don't quite like how bright this tree is, so I'm gonna drop the opacity on this brown. And then what we could do, if we get rid of all of this, so then we just see the brown, okay? And if I make a new layer, I'm going to put it right above that tree, and I'm going to grab this paint bucket tool, and I'm going to grab a brown. There we go, that's what I wanted. Alright, so this just is going to dull that orange a little bit, so it's not so shiny. Not a huge thing, but okay, now I've got most of the sky done. Now we just need to get it engaged with the tree. So I'm pretty happy with what the tree looks like. So I'm going to merge all these layers. Okay, and this is good with me. So I'm going to merge these. Merge down. I don't think I need to separate these, so we're just going to merge them all down. So now we got 3 layers. So now I need a new layer, and just a little above the tree. So now this is going to be kind of the sky stuff. Going to go with a couple different blues, somewhat smaller. Okay, I'm just going to like add in some detailing, and this is just going to, like you can see, sit above the tree on top of it. Okay, and it kind of engages. Some of this I'm going to like layer in a little bit more, kind of heavier. And I think most of what I'm doing right now, I'm going to drop the opacity with it. Going to just layer in some of this blue a little heavier on top of this tree. And add in another layer. Darker even than that. Let's go with black. Some down at the deep base because it's like the far horizon. Now this will be like a really nice pale blue, kind of moving towards my white. Go one more with a blue, more blue tint. Merge down. Okay, now what we want to do, I'm going to look at these trees, and what I'm going to do is get my soft eraser, drop that size a little bit, and I'm going to just erase some of this, kind of revealing some of these branches back out. And that is it for doing it with a regular tree right there. Okay, now this one's pretty selective.